Hello students of standard 7, this is Maushmi madam, and today I'll deal with the first chapter of your chemistry book, that is matter and its composition. Those people who do not have the books with you can refer to this. So first of all we'll deal with the definition of matter. So matter is anything that has got mass, that has got space and can be perceived by senses. So we say that matter is anything that has got mass, that has got space and it can be perceived by or felt by senses. So in standard 6 we studied the various categories of matter, that is on the basis of its molecules, solids, liquids and gases. When it comes to the structure, we know that in solids the molecules are very closely packed, in liquids little bit space is present compared to solids, and in gases they are having maximum space compared to liquids and solids, and the molecules are very much far away from each other. In this also we'll have the same thing. Let us see. But before that, some experiments are given in your book. That is in this, see, they have shown that matter, that is solid, liquid and gases, have got mass. In the first, second and third, they have taken a solid, liquid and gas respectively, and they have shown when they are placed in a balance, it shows graduation or it shows change in weight, which shows that that matter has mass. So the scale tilts due to the mass of the solid, and hence all solids have got mass. In the second, it is said that the scale tilts due to the mass of the liquid, hence all liquid have got mass. In the other one, in the gases, it says that the scale tilts due to the presence of mass, hence all gases have got mass. So the first point gets confirmed, that matter has got mass. The other one, matter occupies space. Here they have taken a cylinder, measuring cylinder, in which they have measured it at a particular level. As soon as we drop a particular solid inside it, the water level rises, which shows that the stone occupies the space of the water and thus pushes the water level up, showing solids occupying space. The same thing can be shown in case of your air also. They have taken a tumbler or glass beaker, and then they have taken empty glass tumbler and inverted it lower inside the glass beaker. On tilting, they find it out that the air inside the tumbler is displaced and the bubbles come out, so which shows that the air is pushed out by the water on tilting the tumbler inside the beaker, which shows that air or gases occupy space. So this experiment shows that matter has got mass, they have got space and can be perceived by senses. The next most important thing that comes is the characteristics of matter. As you can see, they have given the lot of characteristics like mass. We know that solid, liquid and gases have got mass. In compared to space, all of the three have got spaces, occupy space. When it comes to volume, we see that solids have a fixed volume or definite volume. Liquids have also a definite volume, and in case of gases it's different because they do not have a definite volume. In case of solids, the shape, they have got definite shape, but in liquids and gases they have got no shape at all. They have no definite fixed, they take the shape of the containers. In solids, the compressibility is impossible, they have no compressibility, but in liquids you can compress it slightly, and in case of gases it is highly compressible. In case of density, solids have got high density compared to liquids and gases. The least one is gases. Coming to free surfaces, solids have any number of free surface, whereas gases have no free surfaces at all, and liquids, they have got only one free surface. When it comes to diffusion, diffusion means the ability to get mixed up with each other. When it comes to diffusion, solids do not get diffused with each other, liquids are slightly diffusible, and in case of gases they have high diffusibility. That is why when you put a drop of ink in a glass of water, in that case you will find out the color spreads in all direction, that is because of diffusibility. Or when you spray a perfume in one corner of a room, it gets spread to the entire room, that is because of diffusibility in case of gases. Okay. Now coming to the arrangement of atoms, you can see I have drawn it in this one also. Solids, they are very much close to each other, liquid little bit far, gases they are far away from each other. Here the same thing has been shown. In solids, the atoms are very closely packed, so the intermolecular space is very much less or minimum, and the force because of the less space is very much strong compared to the other two. The movement of molecules is hardly there, so they move out on their own position. They move about in their own position. The next one, liquids, they are not at all closely packed. little bit far away from each other compared to solids. So the space is more compared to solids and the force of attraction is less compared to the solids. And in this case, the motion is in continuous form. But in gases, since the molecules are very much far away from each other, the intermolecular space is very much maximum. So due to in maximum intermolecular space, they are having a very weak intermolecular force of attraction, which is why they are having movement of atoms in a random direction, and it's faster compared to the other two. So this was basically the characteristics followed and can come as a difference in your questions. Coming to the next one here, you are having all those properties written down in your chart form. See, the intermolecular force of attraction is maximum in case of your solids. The intermolecular force of attraction is less compared to solids in liquid. The intermolecular force of attraction in gases is negligible. The same points have been mentioned here, which is why the particles in solid are closely packed. Their space is very much minimum. They vibrate in their mean positions only, means their own positions only, and the molecules have least kinetic energy. Kinetic energy means energy due to motion. So since movement is not there, it is very much least compared to the other two. So in that case, they are having least kinetic energy. In case of liquids, it slightly changes. They are less closely packed, so the intermolecular space is more and they move freely within the liquid, and they have large kinetic energy compared to solids. Intermolecular force of attraction in gases are least closely packed. So in that case, the particles in a gas are least closely packed. They have intermolecular space between the molecules and they move freely in any direction because they are having huge space among themselves. So that is why they have got large kinetic energy. This is the reason why solids have got definite volume, they have got definite shape, they have got high density, they have any number of free surfaces, and because of this they cannot be compressed and are rigid in structure. Whereas in liquids, because of the following properties, they have got a definite volume, they have no definite shape, less density, one upper free surface only, and can be compressed slightly and is less rigid compared to the solids. The gases, they have got no definite volume, no definite shape, least density, no free surface, and can be highly compressed and are not rigid at all. So this was basically the properties you'll be going through. You can write down the definition of interparticle attraction or intermolecular attraction. The force with which molecules or atoms attract each other is called intermolecular force. I repeat, the force with which molecules attract each other is called intermolecular force. On the next page, they have shown that how the particles have got intermolecular force of attraction. So in that they have taken petri dish. In petri dish they have taken mercury globules and they have kept them in a distance. When it is shaken slowly, you will find it out that the mercury globules come together forming a bigger globule, which shows that there is force of attraction between the particles of a matter. In the second experiment, they have shown how particles are closely packed in solids and less in liquids. They have taken a measuring cylinder and 100 ml of water is poured into it. In that they have added sugar crystals to it and they obtain a sugar solution. After that, the volume of the water after addition of the sugar remains the same, which shows that the particles of liquid, since less closely packed, and solids are highly densely or closely packed, they adjust among themselves and the sugar particles fill the intermolecular spaces existing between the water molecules, and that is the reason why the water level does not rise. In the third experiment, this shows the particles are closely packed in solids and least in gases. So they have taken a crystal of iodine and heated in this round bottom flask. On heating, you will find it out the iodine vapors evolve, and finally this shows that the particles of solid are more closely packed, whereas in case of gases they are least closely packed, so they fill the flask completely. This was basically the experimental study. Observation might come. The next page, it has been shown that matter does coexist with each other. Like for example, the best is water, which shows the three states of matter: solid, liquid and gas, that is ice, water and water vapor respectively, and the interconversion is possible. When solid gets converted to liquid, that is known as melting. Liquid gets converted to vapor, it is vaporization. Vapor changes to liquid, it is liquefaction or condensation, and liquid changes to solid, it calls solidification or freezing. The definitions are mentioned here. You will write down the conversion of the substance from one state to the other state. That is your definition. And the two most important definitions here are melting point and boiling point, condensation point and freezing point, which can come as a difference among themselves. So in that case, you need to write down fixed temperature, which is important. After that, there is explanation to the short answer questions I have for you. The sequence is 4, 3, 1 and 2 in both the cases, and the last one is 5. The next in answer the following questions you are having, fill in the blanks. First one is space, the next one is mass, the third one is physical. Matter is made up of one kind of particles, that is homogeneous. Particles in gas possess very large kinetic energy. The intermolecular force of attraction is maximum in solids. Give reasons for the following. You will write it down from the page 4, that is here, with respect to the chart given below. The next one will move on to the sequence here, that is 3, 2, 1, 4 cross 5. I repeat, 3, 2, 1, 4 cross 5. And the last one is bit ACCAB. I repeat, ACCAB. That is the solution for your objective type questions. We'll discuss exercise questions in the class itself. Everything detailed has to be studied from the book itself. So that much for this class. We'll move on to the next chapter, physical and chemical changes, in the next video. Thank you.